Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I have had this channel for quite a while now, about 5 years. Oh, actually 6 years. I started it in about 2020 and I kind of have been kind of going through a phase where I kind of want to share my journey as a hairdresser, as a makeup artist, as a kind of independent woman of living the way we're living today in the crazy world. I feel like there's a lot of doom and gloom and a lot of negative stuff around, but I think that it is a constant fight to kind of stay happy, stay positive, and there's this kind of toxic positivity as well. So there's kind of a mixture of everything really, and I just want to kind of create a safe space, a community of people that need that support, and aiming it from a hair and makeup perspective. I do everything, but also as well, I feel like this has been the year of the snake, and there's been a lot of shedding of kind of behaviours, of patterns, of habits, and I'm madly into like spirituality, and I apply that to everything in my life, from kind of friendships, relationships, a lot to do with my work and my finances, and so I really like the kind of thought of building the community to just create a really nice environment for people, but to kind of aim it towards doing hair and makeup. So this can be if you're a fellow professional working in the industry, whether you work in a salon or work for yourself, which is what I do. I'm freelance all the time, so I do hairdressing, all aspects. I do makeup, I do weddings, I do photo shoots, I do spray tans, I do nails, and what else do I do? Yeah, so I'm really trying to break into doing something that's kind of sharing it a little bit further afield. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Just bear with me because obviously I'm kind of new to it, and everybody's got to start somewhere. I'll probably look back at these videos and be like, oh my God, what was she doing? But you've got to start somewhere, and I feel like you've just kind of got to build your experience doing it like anything. So if you don't already know my name, it's Zoe. You can find me on all social media, and it's under Zowie My Beauty Co. But so I'm obviously from Manchester in the UK, and that's another thing as well actually, because I feel like when you go on YouTube, you do get a lot of international videos where you just can't, as somebody from the UK, you can't really kind of relate as much because the laws are different, finances are different. So I feel like bringing it kind of from the north of the UK just makes it that little bit more kind of relatable to a lot of people. So so my story is that I started working when I was 14. I had a job in a salon as a Saturday girl, and so I started at Tony and Guy, and I absolutely fell in love with the industry. Right from being a very young age, I was of the kind of era where when you were in school, the teachers were brutally honest and kind of said it how it is. And one of the teachers, when I was very young, I think I was about year 3, pulled my mum aside on parents' evening and said, push her into a trade because she'll never be a high flyer. I think by that she meant kind of obviously academic, still not great at all the kind of sitting down and doing the admin, which is something that I do struggle with a lot myself. But it's just something that you kind of have to get used to when you're running a business as well from a legal point of view. But more about that later, because I am going to be doing more videos on how to help you when running a business from that side of things. So so then I had a Saturday job at Tony and Guy at the grand age of 14, and I I absolutely loved it. I remember at the time I was working all day long on a Saturday for £20, and I used to awkwardly stand there at the reception desk and wait for my £20 in cash. But I thought I was loaded at the time because obviously I was 14 and it was a long time ago. So yeah, £20 kind of got your whole week's kind of being a kid. So I absolutely loved it. And then I used to work with my dad on a Sunday as well because my dad's a market trader, not the stock market, just an actual market trader where he sets up a stall and sells things. So before even I was 14, I used to go and help him do that as well. So work ethic is obviously always like I was literally born like working. But yeah, so from there I then landed myself an apprenticeship at Vidal Sassoon, which these kids these days they're like, what's that about Vidal Sassoon? So Sassoon was one of the biggest legends and still is one of the biggest legends of the whole of the hair industry across the whole globe. I mean, there is nobody that has broke the industry the way he did. I mean, he made hair, like certain haircuts, kind of iconic. He was around in the 50s and the 60s, but his philosophy of hairdressing was very, very authentic, very strict, and not the lived-in colour and cuts of today. I mean, he would be so shocked at seeing how the industry has gone, to be honest, because he was very much about the precision haircuts. But also as well, I am going to be doing episodes about the ever-changing industry. I have a lot of opinions about the hair and beauty industry, the impacts of social media and independent training academies. And it is, in a way, it's a lot better now than what it used to be. But in some ways, I feel like the industry is not very monitored, and everybody's kind of left to their own devices a little bit. And but yeah, anyway, I always think that you get out exactly what you put in with any industry, but especially with hairdressing. I do think that there is still opportunities, there is still definitely money to be made. And yeah, so I'm going to kind of go over my story, because I mean, I feel like my whole life has been an absolute roller coaster even now. It has been kind of crazy ups and downs. I have worked for the most horrendous salons. I've been treated so badly to the point where you wouldn't even treat your worst enemy like that. In a way, it kind of makes you more resilient and it toughens you up, but there is a certain age that really should kind of be appropriate, and it's 14, 15, 16 isn't that age. So yeah, so when I trained at Vidal Sassoon, the training was absolutely amazing. I still carry the skills and the knowledge from then, even now, but I must say it was absolute hell on earth. And mentally, I was in such a bad place at being 16 because I just wanted to be a kid, basically. I just wanted to kind of explore my freedom and everything. But yeah, so I feel like it kind of, the way I'm so harsh on myself about things stems from being that age and not being able to do the kind of going out to university. A lot of my friends from school were going off to uni and partying and like kind of at the time living the best life, and I was just working all the time, 5 days a week, 6 days, actually, yeah, 6 days a week. But yeah, it stood me in good stead because I never really kind of have given that up. And if you can kind of put all that energy into building your own, then it definitely pays off. So I'm really proud of myself at what I've kind of achieved. I am fully booked most days. I have a lot of time freedom with my daughter. And yeah, I just kind of really enjoy my job, and I just feel like it is the best industry to be in. And I'm going to give younger girls the opportunity to inspire other people to kind of break into this amazing industry and work their butts off and just reap the benefits basically, because it really is the best industry. And I really kind of see myself now in a point in my life where I feel like I'm in such a good place that I just want to kind of inspire people and kind of let people know that it's going to be okay. We've lived in kind of crazy times. We've lived it through wars in the past, obviously not us personally, but as a human race, we have overcome a lot worse. Mental health is just so delicate at the moment. I know that a lot of people are struggling just to kind of stay afloat, trying to survive. And I've been there myself. I've been so low in my life, and I think it's only when you start to get a little bit older that you realize that actually everything kind of is peaks and troughs, and everything kind of goes down, comes back up, but you do just have to keep working at yourself. You can't just kind of sit there and wait for something to come along. You have to kind of take action. You need to pull yourself sometimes out of it, and that's what I've done. I mean, in lockdown, I was literally in such a dark place that it nearly was the end for me, to be honest. So yeah, I think there's only really one way up from there. So yeah, I'm really excited to be building this channel, and yeah, I feel really inspired and kind of pushing myself well out of my comfort zone. As a hairdresser and makeup artist, I'm usually on the other side of the camera, and everyone's always like, why don't you do things online? And yeah, it's having the time as well, isn't it? I've got a daughter, I'm on my own, running a business all the time, but I just I thought to myself, just push yourself and kind of see how far it goes, really. And if I can just kind of change one person's perspective and inspire one person, then I've done such a good job, and I'm really excited. So yeah, so you'll be hearing a little bit more from me. If you want to subscribe, then please do, and like the video, just so it gives me a little bit of encouragement. When I keep finishing the recording, my daughter goes, yay! She's only 20 months, so yay! So thank you for listening to me waffle on. But yeah, so I'm really excited. So yeah, this is all from me for this week. I'll be posting again next week. Just going to do one a week at the moment. And if you need to see or want to see any particular kind of comments, any questions, any suggestions or anything, then just leave them in the comments, and I will try and reply, and try to kind of keep it relevant to what people and what subscribers want to see on the channel. But yeah, okay, thank you.